Alright guys, we're back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes. This is part 2 of the Datamines for the Here With Me banner. Alright, so we got stats, we got boons, we got banes, we got BSTs. Let's take a look. How good are these brand new Valentine's units? Let's find out. Alright, so starting off, of course, with Chrom and Robin. I mean, the hand on the shoulder, that's a dead giveaway, man. These two, they're a little more than just friends, right? They ain't just best buddies. They're a little bit more than that, according to Faye and many other people. Let's just leave it at that. Alright, so they have 40 HP, 44 attack, 27 speed, 40 defense, and 26 res. And that gives them a BST overall of 177, which is perfectly fine. It doesn't even matter because their duo skill is probably going to score 195 like duo dagger. Unless they feel like jumping it up to 200 for some reason. I don't know if we're ready for 200 BST scoring just yet, but man, who knows? With Insist, they just love to push the score creep as high as they can to make people wail, which is exactly why I don't spend money anymore. It's just such money-grubbing tactics. I don't like it, so that's my take on that. All right, regardless, they have super boons in both attack and defense, which is exactly where they want them. He has a guaranteed follow-up built into his weapon, so speed, it could be good. I mean, if the foe has null follow-up, sure, but nothing is going to matter to this guy other than attack because he has a pre-charged Deadeye to just smack the hell out of anybody. He's got color advantage on the most popular far save unit, which is Ascended Fiorm, and he's going to clapper with Deadeye too. So good luck, Fiorm, trying to survive this guy's wrath. And good luck to everything else as well, because his weapon is just cracked, man. The -1 special trigger to himself and the ally that uses the movement assist is just so crazy. He is going to be a unit to watch out for sure in summoner duels, so I don't know if I want to say he's a must summon, but low-key he kind of is a must summon. I'm going to dump all of my tickets and my free summon on red. Hopefully I get him, but we'll have to find out. All right, next up we have Lucina, who is definitely my favorite artwork on this batch because her outfit is straight out of the OST. All right, she's got 41 HP, 39 attack, 42 speed, 37 defense, and 31 res, giving her a BST of 190 overall, which is as premium as it gets for these armored units, pretty much. That's as high as your BST can go. I don't think we have anyone that scores higher than 190. Well, as far as BST is concerned, of course, duo skills cheat, but yeah, it's still crazy to me that Manuela had 190 as well, and she's a freaking 4-star, right? But I digress. She's got super boons in attack and speed, which is good because that's exactly where she wants them. Lucina is a very fast armored unit, and she also has null follow-up on her beast skill with damage reduction. So Lucina's looking like a really good unit. She also has future vision, which is a pretty sick assist to give to an armored unit. So she may even have some okay player phase potential, I would say. Definitely not a unit to be slept on. All right, next up we have Robin. What is this, the first alt for the female Robin? I want to say so because all the other ones, it seems like we just get Grima over and over again. Okay, so actual female Robin. She's got 42 HP, 41 attack, 16 speed, 39 defense, and 42 res. Very, very min-maxed here. No speed. It's like I'm looking at Edelgard, basically. We have no speed whatsoever, and then all attack and defenses. Definitely a good way to build an armored unit. He's got a BST of 180, which is pretty good for a tome cavalry, I would say. She's also a colorless tome unit as well, so typically you're not going to have color disadvantage too often with her, which is nice. And she has one super boon, which is in attack. I might have liked it more if they gave her double super boons on defense and res, actually, but plus attack, can't complain, just more damage is more damage. She seems like a fairly competent unit, but I don't know. I feel like for far save, there's certainly some better options like Fiorm and Brave Hector, unfortunately. All right, next up we have Owen, who is going to be our 4-star demote of the banner. So how is this guy looking as a merge project? Well, first of all, he's cavalry and he's got a lance. So his lance is actually pretty good. I think it could make a nice inheritable weapon for some of your other units. But he's got 41 HP, 38 attack, 42 speed, 31 defense, and 21 res. And that's going to give him a BST overall of 173. And then he's got super boons in both attack and speed. So finally, they decided to give the dub to the 4-star unit and just give them both of the super boons that they want, which is definitely a good thing there. Now, his weapon, it grants attack and speed up 5, and it also has half of null follow-up, where you negate the enemies from having any impact effects that would stop you from doing a double. A speed-based double anyway. Like, if they're faster than you and they have, I don't know, like Wary Fighter or something, then you're not going to be able to double them then. But for most slower units, if they have a way to negate follow-ups, like Gatekeeper, for example, Surtur with Wary Fighter, things like that, you're going to be able to double them through that, which is nice. And it's actually pretty clutch on cavalry units because they're not allowed to have null follow-up normally. So what you can do is give Flow Refresh or that B skill that Thor came with, the one that has guard, and then the upper half of null follow-up, which allows you to, what is it, do a double attack or prevent the foes from doing a double attack, I believe. That's the one that has the impact, and then he has the one that... Actually, am I getting that right? I feel like I'm getting them mixed up here for some reason. I'm pretty sure Flow Refresh is the one that gives you the double attack, even if they have Wary Fighter or other kinds of impact effects. And then this guy's is the one that stops the foe from doing a double attack. So units like Duo Lif, who conveniently enough is weak to blue. So a pretty strong lance for inheriting, I would say. Definitely not too shabby. I would prioritize like cavalry and flyers because it's hard for them to get null follow-up type effects. And then you can combo it with Flow Refresh, like I just said, and Thor's B skill as well, that Super Guard skill, which is nice. All right, and finally, we have Lissa. Very adorable artwork. Yeah, I think actually Lissa might be in second place for me in terms of art, only behind Lucina there. So I always like it when the free units get good artwork. Okay, so she is an armored healing type unit, which is nice because there's only 2 other armored healers in the game, if I'm not mistaken. Winter, Erica, and then Sephiran. So not only is this like the 3rd unit of their kind, but this one's free to play. I think that's definitely nice for them to give us a unit like that on the house. So pretty good stuff. She's got 42 HP, 35 attack, 25 speed, 37 defense, and 40 res. And that gives her a BST of 179. Not too bad for a staff armored unit right there. Oh, man. Unfortunately, had they given her just a little bit more, she would have been able to score in the 185 bin. She does have 1 super boon in res, which is not bad because res is her highest base stat besides HP. Oh, man. If only she had 181 BST, she would have scored 185, which would have been pretty good. But I guess we already have Ignatz who can do that anyway. So, definitely not bad. Lissa's definitely not too shabby for a free-to-play unit. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the skill inheritance levels now. All right, we have Attack and Speed Bond 3 at 4-star from Owen. And then Wings of Mercy 3 at 5-star. No one cares about either of these skills. What you want this guy for is Blue Flame, which he comes with. All right, and then Lissa's got Defense and Res Ideal 3 at 5-star. I guess that's okay if you're trying to get the level 4 version and then something else on top of it. Although, I don't really think Defense and Res Ideal 4 is necessarily one of the better Ideal skills, so probably not too great that she comes with that anyway. And then she has Res Opening at 4-star, which is fine. All right, and then Savvy Fighter from Lucina. I don't really think inheritance levels matters for her because obviously she is going to come as a 5-star only. But it's armor locked. I mean, big surprise, it's a fighter skill, so... Well, I guess we also figured that it's not weapon locked either, so it could have been locked to melee only or range only or something like that, but nah, it looks like every armored unit can use Savvy Fighter, which is pretty good. Okay, we have this one little bit of info here. It looks like there's a prize for this Tempest Trial, which is going to be an actual, whatchamacallit, the Celestial Stone there, which is pretty rare. They don't do this often where they give out Celestial Stones. I'm not sure if this is accounted for in the 2 Celestial Stones that we were getting from the mission rewards. Because if it is, that would be a little unfortunate that it's only 2. But if this is another one on top of the 2 that we were already getting, that gives us 3 Celestial Stones from this anniversary, which you can redeem for a Form of Soul. So then we're starting to look really good for this anniversary, I think. And you don't even have to get a Form of Soul if you don't want to. You could just pick up any of the other prizes in there that they've got. I'm probably going to go for the trait fruits right now because that's the currency that I need the most. But there's also dragon flowers and a bunch of other goodies in there. So this is definitely better than just giving us a Form of Soul. Is giving us the option to get a Form of Soul or get something else. Definitely good stuff there. All right, so let's just quickly refresh. There's a couple of other things I wanted to look at, but I'm not sure if they're here. I wanted to quickly talk about Lissa's weapon, but hold on. We might be actually, if we go to Game Facts, shout outs to Game Facts, by the way, but hold on. I believe somebody posted Lissa's weapon. Hold on. Yeah, and we also have to talk about the Sacred Seals too, right? All right, here we go. All right, shout-outs to Zinny95, of course, for this post. And our... Well, the Sacred Seals are not listed here, but if I'm not mistaken, we're getting Swift Strike 2 and also Ground Orders, which is pretty cool to finally get Ground Orders as a Sacred Seal, but unfortunately, it's like 5 minutes too late, because Ground Orders got phased out hardcore by Catria. We used to run Ground Orders all the time in AR, but it's a little too late to be getting it as a seal at this point. Alright, so Staff of Tribute, this is Lissa's weapon, and it's inheritable. So we got 12 might and 2 range. If unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, grants defense and res up 6 to unit during combat, and recovers 7 HP to unit and allies within 2 spaces after combat. Alright, so I guess it's a decent staff for, like, tanking. Defense and res up 6 is pretty strong, and then also the recovery is really clutch. So it's not too bad of a sustained staff, I guess. But I don't know. I feel like Saul had a better staff for inheritance, and also the Zane that we got not too long ago on the Hatari banner, the one that inflicts deep wounds and then chip damage, that one is pretty sick. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments section if you guys like this staff. I think it's okay for sustain and defense, like I said, but I feel like the other 2 staffs we've gotten recently are just a little bit better. So that's going to wrap us up for the Datamines. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think of these units and how afraid of this Duocrom are you going to be. I'm shaking in my boots, man. This guy is going to be nuts in Summoner Duels. So that's all for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the coverage. And this is your boy Tacho signing out. So take care, fellas. And I will catch y'all again on the flip side.